The room was silent, so silent that even the sound of breathing felt too loud. Hundreds of eyes were fixed on the small white coffin at the front of the hall. Flowers surrounded it. Officers lined the back wall in full uniform, and an entire community stood frozen in disbelief. But all of them were staring at the same heartbreaking sight. Inside the coffin lay a little girl in a soft pink dress, and a massive German shepherd curled tightly against her, refusing to move. His name was Ranger, a police canine. His fur rose and fell slowly as he pressed his head against the girl's shoulder, as if guarding her even now, as if waiting for her to wake up, as if the world hadn't already told him she never would. People whispered, some cried, some recorded the moment on their phones, but Ranger didn't care. His whole world was lying cold beside him. And then the funeral doors burst open. Before we begin, don't forget to hit like, repost, or share, and subscribe. And I'm really curious, where are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments. I love seeing how far our stories travel. Back to the story. Captain Harris, head of the police canine unit, stepped inside, out of breath, his face pale. He scanned the room, spotted Ranger, and whispered, "Oh God, they don't know." His voice shook. Officers glanced at each other, confused. Harris walked straight to the coffin, gently placing a hand on Ranger's back. The dog growled, soft, warning, protective. "He won't leave her," an older woman said, tearfully. Harris swallowed hard. "He's not leaving her because he's trying to tell us something." The room stirred. Ranger lifted his head slightly, nudging Lily's hand with his nose, letting out a low whine. His eyes, usually sharp, confident, fearless, were clouded with panic. Harris turned to the crowd. "Everyone, listen carefully. The little girl, Lily, was not supposed to die. Not like this. Ranger has been acting strange since the moment we found her, and now I know why." People leaned in. Even the crying stopped. Harris took a breath. This wasn't an accident. A gasp rippled through the room. You could feel the tension snapping through the air. Lily's mother collapsed into her husband's arms. Officers stepped forward, now fully alert. "What do you mean?" someone asked. Harris pointed to Ranger. "Last night, Ranger escaped the precinct. He has never run away, not once in his 8 years of service. He scratched the station door until his paws bled. He howled at every passing patrol car, and then he sprinted across town to Lily's house." He paused, voice trembling. "We thought he was confused. We thought he was panicking because he sensed something, but he wasn't guessing. Ranger knew Lily was in danger." Whispers grew louder. "He scratched Lily's bedroom window, hard enough to crack the glass. Neighbors heard him barking like he was going insane." But before anyone could react, he looked down at Lily. It was too late. A woman in the crowd sobbed. Someone whispered, "Dear God." Ranger suddenly lifted his head and stared at a row of officers, eyes sharp, hackles rising. Harris followed the dog's gaze. One officer, standing stiff, avoiding eye contact, shifted his feet nervously. Ranger growled, deep, low, dangerous. Harris froze. "Ranger, what is it?" But Ranger wasn't looking at Lily anymore. He wasn't grieving. He wasn't confused. He was angry. The officer in the back stepped backward. Sweat formed on his forehead. Then Lily's mother whispered, "That man, he was at our house yesterday. He said he was responding to a noise complaint." Everyone turned. Harris's eyes narrowed. "Officer Dale, is that true?" The officer swallowed hard, his hands trembling. I was on patrol. They called me in. I didn't do anything." Ranger barked, one sharp, explosive sound that echoed through the hall. And that was it. Harris grabbed Dale's arm, twisting it behind his back. The other officers lunged forward, helping restrain him. "Captain, you're making a mistake," Dale shouted. "I didn't hurt her. I didn't touch her." Ranger barked again, louder, more furious. Harris slammed Dale against the wall. "We found your fingerprints in Lily's room. We found your boot marks in the yard. You thought because she was a child, because she couldn't fight back?" "I didn't mean to," Dale screamed. "It was just supposed to scare her. The dog ruined everything." The room erupted. Parents cried. Officers looked horrified. And Ranger pushed his face deeper into Lily's shoulder, letting out a long, painful whine. Harris looked at the horrified crowd. Ranger tried to stop him. He tried to protect her. He ran across town to save her, but no one listened. The truth crashed into the room like thunder. Ranger wasn't mourning a friend. He was mourning a failure he never should have been forced to carry. Harris knelt beside the coffin and stroked Ranger's fur. "You did everything you could, buddy. And we hear you now. We believe you now. She gets justice because of you." The dog trembled, pressing closer. Then Lily's father, eyes swollen, hands shaking, stepped forward. Can Ranger stay with her until we take her?" Harris nodded. "He's earned that." People moved aside as the family approached. Some touched Ranger gently. Some whispered, "Good boy." Some cried even harder than before. And something incredible happened. Ranger lifted his head, looked at Lily's parents, and nudged their hands softly, as if promising, "I'm still here. I won't leave her alone." Harris leaned close to him. "You protected her in life. Now you've protected her truth." The officers escorted Dale out of the hall as he shouted and struggled. But no one looked at him. No one cared. All eyes stayed on the German shepherd lying in the little girl's coffin, guarding her, loving her, refusing to abandon her even in death. And in that moment, everyone understood the same thing. Heroes don't always wear badges. Sometimes they wear fur. This story touched millions of hearts. If it touched yours, let us know with a like, comment yes, and subscribe or follow for more amazing stories like this.